Welcome to the Orcutt Direct Care YouTube channel. I'm Alicia Schroeder, nurse practitioner and owner of Orcutt Direct Care. Here we dive into all things health, inspiration, motivation, and most importantly, information to keep you looking and feeling your best. Our first episode is with my assistant, Nicole. She's been on her own weight loss journey, and the other day we were talking about some of the stigma that some of our clients feel about being on GLP-1 medication, and she too felt that. And we want to dispel some of the stigma around needing medication for weight loss. This is a beautiful conversation of someone being incredibly vulnerable and sharing her own weight loss story with us. I hope you find inspiration and motivation from it. Let's get started. So hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your story with us. I know this is deeply personal and probably something that, I know when we met, I had no idea that you were on a GLP-1. And when you were brought on to our team, you continued your weight loss journey. And I just, had a couple questions. Like, what made you even want to start a GLP-1? Were you trying to lose weight before? How much weight did you start off with? Tell us a little bit about your own story.
So my journey has actually started many years ago. I've always struggled with autoimmune issues.
When did you start gaining weight?
I started gaining weight probably after my pregnancies with both of my kids. I just couldn't ever lose the weight. And then after my daughter was born in 2002, a few months later, I was informed after numerous labs that I had an autoimmune disorder. And because of that, I always struggled losing weight.
Yeah. And your kids are older, so this has been quite the journey.
Yeah, they're in their 20s now, so it's been
So
quite some time.
What was that like? Were you just on different diets?
I had tried different things. I had tried Weight Watchers. I had tried different diet pills. Just in general, trying, to eat healthier, but couldn't ever get the weight off was the issue.
Yeah, it's a struggle that a lot of people face. They'll try everything from Optavia, very calorically restrictive, to, eat for life. I think they exercise and build muscle and eat more and more. There's so many things out there that can help people lose weight, but you have to figure out what is right for you.
Exactly.
And what your personal things are. So what did you weigh before you started the GLP-1?
I weighed 222 pounds.
Okay. Wow. All right. And you're what, 5 foot?
5 foot.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then what made you want to do it? Was it a recommendation from your doctor? Was it?
It was actually a friend of mine. We had gone out to lunch one day in January of 24, and she had told me that she was on a GLP-1, and that kind of set a seed for me, and by May of 24 I decided that I wanted to do that too.
Oh, okay.
So that's when I started.
Okay, so May of 24, so we're looking at what, like 17, 18 months since you started this, and you're over 100 pounds lighter.
Yep.
So these are not typical results, I would say, so the medication definitely worked for you.
Yeah.
I have seen sometimes where it doesn't quite work. It just depends. It's like the same thing. And it probably is a testament to the real nitty-gritty here, guys, is that this medication is not magic. It doesn't do all the work for you. So what were some of your hesitations going into it to begin with?
Some of my hesitations were wondering if it was really going to work this time, being I had tried other things before. And then also worrying about the stigma from it. People say, it's the easy way out, but it's not the easy way out. It's just a tool to help you.
Yeah.
You still have to put in all the work to be able to lose the weight.
Yeah, yeah. Did nutrition become more important to you during this?
It did. It did. Cutting out sugar was a huge factor for me because I've always had a very big sweet tooth. Sugar was a very big thing for me. I would put it in my coffee with cream and sugar, or candies. It didn't matter what it was. If it had sugar, I wanted it.
Oh.
And that was the first thing I did, was cutting out the sugar.
Oh. Yeah.
That was hard, but I managed to do it. I just kept my mindset strong and cut out the sugar. That was most important to me, to know that I needed to start with that.
What made you think that sugar was the problem?
I think because I had too much intake of the sugar to begin with. I would put too much sugar in my coffee, or too much creamer that had the sugar in it, and then I craved things that were sweet.
Did the medication help you with the cravings?
It did. It did. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing that is a very powerful part of the GLP-1 that seems to be really helpful. We're seeing it useful in everything from autoimmune conditions, where it's helping people down-regulate their immune system a little bit, all the way to helping with alcohol addiction and other addictions, because you can be addicted to sugar. You can be addicted to food. You can be addicted to alcohol. You can be addicted to all kinds of things. And this medication does seem to kind of get into the brain and
It does.
help
I've even
there.
noticed too that I don't even crave like a glass of wine with it. And before, there were nights where, I'd be making dinner and I would want, a glass of wine with dinner. And now we go out to dinner or having dinner at home, and I don't need that.
Yeah.
It's not something I want
A
anymore.
lot of people say that. They'll just say it's not there. Yeah. And that drive to finish your plate or overeat just helps with that signaling.
Absolutely.
What would you say is the biggest change that you noticed in your life when you started the medication? Was it that you just felt more at ease around food? Was it that you prioritized nutrition more? What did you just feel better?
I was prioritizing nutrition better, considering, what I was putting on my plate, what I was making for dinner. If we were going out to dinner, what was I ordering for dinner?
Oh,
I'm not ordering the greasy fried foods.
you were making better
choices.
Yeah.
Better choices all around.
Yeah,
So-
I know. They say big food's in trouble with this medication because a lot of people are prioritizing nutrition now, and which is a good thing in my opinion. Maybe they'll clean up their ingredients and help us all be a little more healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. What would you just say to someone who's hesitating taking the GLP, whether that be tirzepatide or Mounjaro or any of the medications? What would you say to them if they said, well, that's just the easy way out? You should eat right and exercise, and it's your fault that you are overweight, and if you take a medication, you are, you're just taking the easy way out.
Yeah. It's not the easy way out. The medication doesn't do the work itself. You still have to put the work in yourself by making better choices.
Like what? Like when you say you have to do the work, like what is this work?
The work is the exercise, the better nutrition, your mindset, keeping a strong mindset on those choices. Diet and exercise isn't going to be for everyone.
Well, it's kind of like that eat less, exercise more paradigm. It's very 1980s, Jane
Right.
Fonda. If you just eat less and exercise more. And I think there's some truth to that. If you are really doing all of the things, you have to look at how many calories are you really eating. And in a way, the GLP-1 just kind of makes that easier because it helps you eat less.
Exactly.
But it doesn't like you say, do the work for you. You still have to eat less. You still have to care about nutrition. And in a way, nutrition has to become even more important to you because you're eating less. A lot of times what we think is driving a lot of obesity is actually a nutrient deficiency. So you might be overweight, but you're undernourished.
Right.
So you don't have enough vitamins, protein, and your body will cause you to eat until you get your fill of whatever your body needs. So if you're eating less, you absolutely have to make sure you're having enough protein, you're having enough vitamins, you're getting all of your nutrition.
Right.
And I think that's one really important take-home point for anyone considering going on a GLP-1 is that you have to really start to care about nutrition.
Absolutely.
Where did you learn about nutrition?
A lot of it came from doing a lot of research myself before starting the GLP-1, and then also working here. Learning about nutrition as well has been super helpful.
Oh yeah, I know. I put you in charge of all the menus and the meal planning, and you've been so great trying them all out. And then you told me recently that you signed up for a meal service.
Oh yeah.
What has that been like, and would you recommend that?
I do. I do very much recommend it. We recently signed back up for HelloFresh. I absolutely love it. We've also done Home Chef before. Each week you get to pick out your meals for dinner, and they send them to you once a week. They send you all the produce, all the protein. You still have to prep it yourself.
Okay. So you have to cut up the vegetables.
You still have to cut up all the vegetables and cook all the protein.
So that sounds like a really nice way for someone who doesn't maybe know how to cook and they want to learn how to cook. That would be a great way to have it help you out there. There's a recipe you follow, I'm assuming. I've never done anything like this.
Yeah, they send you a card as well with the ingredients that walks you through each step on how to do it.
Do you feel like you could cook some of these meals at home now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I even saved some of the cards too, so like I could actually recreate this meal, which would be really easy.
Yeah.
And what's nice about it too is that it doesn't create excess food waste. So for example, you're only cooking for 2 people, they're only going to send you enough for 2 people.
I see.
And that's it.
Yes. That would never work in my house. I have 2 young adults plus my husband, and we love leftovers. I've never done that. But I do have a meal service myself. I use the sous vide kitchen oven, which is this robot kitchen, and I do love that. But it's all frozen. It's not fresh.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a little different, but it's very useful. Now, we are not getting paid for any of this, so if you guys want to check out HelloFresh or any of the other ones we mentioned, go for it. They're a really great way that you can learn how to cook. If anybody has any questions, you can drop them in the comments and we'll try to answer them. One of the things that I've noticed over the past year of you being part of my life is that your confidence has grown from being someone who was really quiet and now you're just like confident and smiley and so do you think that, I mean, I was telling you the other day when you were showing me the pictures of yourself when you were 100 pounds heavier, and I said to you, you're still the same beautiful person you always have been in my life, and you're so nice, and I'm sure I didn't know you before. What would you say, you've lost like 40 or 50 pounds since you came?
At least, yeah.
And you know, so I don't think your personality changes that much when you lose weight, but there is a confidence gap that can occur. This reminds me of when I was in primary care quite a few years ago. I had a client who just was this gorgeous guy. I mean, 23, 24 years old. He looked like a movie star to me. Really muscular, gorgeous face, hair, the whole thing. But he was very not confident, and it was confusing to me. I just said, finally, I said, "Are you okay? Like, why do you act like this?" And he said, "Well, I used to be 400 pounds, and I still feel like when I look in the mirror, I'm that 400-pound version of myself.
Aw.
And it clued me into something like a dramatic transformation of a 100-pound weight loss. You literally, you can tell you're the same person, but what goes through the psyche of losing that much weight? And I've seen you blossom into this beautiful, confident woman, but where do you get that? And where does that come from? And did you notice a change? Have you struggled with your confidence since you've lost weight?
Yeah, I did struggle with my confidence prior to losing weight. And I think just overall feeling better since losing the weight has really helped my confidence. Before, I used to dread going shopping. I hated going shopping. I wouldn't do it. And now I absolutely love going shopping. I'm at Marshall's or wherever every couple of weeks now trying to find new clothes, and I love it.
Oh,
So it just
wonderful.
feels better overall.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And you just present to the world with that smile and that confidence.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's something that everyone should know before they start a GLP-1, that if you have underlying issues that are driving the weight gain, those should be addressed, and do some work on self-love and confidence, because those problems don't typically go away with the weight.
Right.
They're still there. Wherever you go, there you are. And we have to remember that. So if you're using one of those online services, for example, there's not a lot of psychological support for you through the weight loss journey. And maybe even your primary care doctor that's prescribing you Zepbound, are they giving you what you need? And if you don't find it from them, because they're not a psychologist, they don't really know, they're just prescribing the medication, looking for sources to fill you up with the positive information that you need.
It also helps being around other people that are on the same journey as well, to help that confidence as well. It makes you feel better about what you're doing.
Yeah, you're not alone.
No.
Yeah, you're not alone around here.
Nope.
Let me tell you that. Yeah. Well, good. If you could talk to yourself before you got started, what would you tell your old self?
Stop putting yourself last. Ask questions. Do the research.
That's an interesting thing, do the research, because there's a lot of negativity out there on GLP-1s.
There is.
As far as I'm concerned, from a medical perspective, these medications are just short of a miracle. We've never had something so effective with so little side effects that works so well to reduce the epidemic of obesity. I think something like 80% of Americans are overweight or obese. We're looking at millions and millions and millions of people with undiagnosed prediabetes, diabetes. The number one risk factor for cancer is, I think number 2 is obesity. The first one is smoking. So, I mean, beyond smoking, being overweight is dangerous for your health, and it's a hard pill to swallow. We've got a lot of, media out there, healthy at any size, and this kind of push to normalize extreme obesity. But at the end of the day, we all know that it's not healthy, and we all know that no one actually wants to be that way. And this medication gives you an off-ramp to improving your insulin sensitivity, because if you have insulin resistance, it's going to be very difficult for you to lose weight in the traditional eat less, exercise more vein.
Absolutely.
And, how much do you have to punish yourself to be healthy? Do we ever judge anyone who needs a blood pressure medication? I don't think so. I mean, sure, there's probably some like natural practitioners or something, but you would never judge anyone. Do you judge someone for needing any kind of medication, your thyroid medication.
Right.
No.
Right.
So why is this medication stigmatized?
Exactly.
I don't get it. I think it's jealousy myself, because people who do work very hard for their physique don't like it that other people, this is the whole easy way out conversation. And it's not the easy way out.
It's
you
not.
Still have to really care about your nutrition. You have to exercise. You have to do all of the things.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not going to do the work itself. You still have to put in the work as well.
Yeah, you do. You have to care.
You have to care about yourself as well.
So what would you tell someone who really needs it? What would you tell them if they said, well, I'm just really scared to use this medication? I've heard so many things. Like you said, I did the research. And the research, I could get stomach pain or constipation, or I'm not going to be able to eat as much, and I love eating. What do you tell someone who's struggling with that?
I would tell someone that's struggling with that, talk to a good provider like you. Again, do your research on it.
Did you personally have a lot of stomach pain or a lot of side effects?
I didn't have a lot of side effects. I had a little bit of nausea, but it wasn't anything significant. I just made sure to stay hydrated, constantly be drinking my water, because I know that if you're not getting enough water, that can affect you as well. And just make sure that you have proper nutrition as well throughout the whole journey. The nutrition is a big part of it, and staying consistent, staying active. There's a lot to it. So not just the pill, or not the pill, the injection itself.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself going in the future with your health?
In the future, I want to stay, I don't want to give up on the progress that I've made. So I want to continue to stay consistent with what I'm doing right now. And hopefully it continues.
Continue more weight loss?
Well, not continue more weight loss, but just continue. I don't want to lose.
To be healthy.
Yeah, continue to be healthy.
Okay.
And not lose the progress that I've made.
Yeah.
I don't want to be able to gain all the weight back.
Right.
That's a
yeah,
big
that
part.
is a big fear.
Yeah.
And it's real. If you stop the medication abruptly, it's very likely that you would gain the weight back. What I tell most people who are interested in getting off of it is if you can get your body fat percentage down to 25 to 30% consistently, slowly wean off and keep up on it, it's possible that you could potentially be off of it. But it does take really reworking your relationship with food.
Absolutely.
And making sure that you're eating enough protein, eating enough fiber, exercising, and not overeating.
Exactly.
I don't think we realize how much we overeat. I think I read somewhere that the average American eats about 3,400 calories a day. And the average American probably burns about 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day. So that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
You're looking at 3 to 5 pounds of weight gain a year consistently over time. That's how, it's slow and steady gaining the weight, and it's slow and steady coming off. It's really, actually continuing to stay with those portion sizes that are so much smaller.
Right.
Do you notice that, like in the HelloFresh, the portion sizes are smaller than what you would have eaten before?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely smaller than what I would have eaten before. But at the same time, I'm still not able to finish the portion that they do give us. So because I'll still have leftovers for lunch the following day.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
which is fine for me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think we don't realize how much we don't need to eat. And that's one of those weird conversations that I have with people sometimes. It's like, yeah, actually, it's okay. If you're meeting your protein goal and you're meeting your fiber goal, it's going to be okay to eat less calories.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Last question. What do you hope people will take away from your story?
It's never too late to choose yourself. There's hope, and you don't have to stay stuck.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for coming today, Nicole.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. We'll see you next time.